Hey y'all, it's Mystic Rings. Welcome to my vibe. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick read of the energy around. You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm picking up some bomb ass energy. Yes. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. I what is it? Okay, the first card out from my own little index cards that I made was Omen, Progress, and I now realize what I don't need around me. Literally, it's almost like a sentence. These cards are one after the other completing itself. So it's not hard at all for me to read or put together. Um, under Omen is third eye. It says you may feel head pains. This is due to your third eye chakra opening. And it's good to tend to this sensitivity. Maybe that means drinking some tea or shutting off the TV, shutting off the phone, and staying in silence. Or the complete opposite, putting some jams on, jamming a little jam session, put some music on, or put the TV on, listen to your favorite, whatever gets you into that 0 point where you're calm, just chillaxing. That's where you need to be. So Omen, wait, what's on the other side of Omen? Because I write on both sides of my index cards. It says I'm open to receiving signs on what direction to take. And attached to this is from the Angels and Ancestors deck, Stargazer. Stargazer, set your sights higher. And attached to that is the Two of Wands. So Two of Wands speaks on planning, setting a plan, gathering all the information that you've acquired, signs, synchronicities, omens, what have you, and just natural intuitive pulls. Really acknowledging them, looking at them, maybe even meditating on it, and gathering a plan, concocting some kind of plan. And this plan is progress and needing to be closer to yourself. Because right here, next to Omen, we have progress. I need you closer to me. I want to feel and hold you. Now, this could reference an intimate relationship. On the other side, it says coming closer to what serves your higher purpose. So this could either be coming closer to your integrating yourself with your, maybe your physical body with your spiritual body type of thing. And that could be, draining. Not so much draining, but like it's a process that, you just got to get used to. Okay? And attached to the progress and the need to be closer and want to feel you and hold you is peacekeeper. Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. And attached to that is the Ten of Wands with the Two of Cups. The Ten of Wands depicts burdens, and the Two of Cups, or feeling overwhelmed. And the Two of Cups depicts relationships, integration, union, coming together, meeting of the minds, meeting of the hearts. So the two of them together with the Peacekeeper is giving me this burden of this integration. It's been overwhelming. It's been an overwhelming process, and it probably has drained a lot from you because it's a lot to process. It's a lot to take in, and it has been a lot to process, and it has been a lot to take in. But you're doing it for the betterment of yourself. You're trying to release this, let go of all this that you know, because these are all things that you know, you've been through experiences. And the Peacekeeper right here that it's attached to is saying, let go of the need to be right. So you know all these things, these are, all the things you know, the experiences you've had, and it's overwhelming and possibly draining. And maybe you have been in this type of relationship, like a cycle of overwhelming, burdensome relationships. And you're in the progress of releasing that. You are releasing the burdens of, how some relationships can be. It's just what it is. People, human beings that we live with here on earth. It could, even if it's not an intimate relationship or a sexual relationship, it can be overwhelming. Friendships, family relationships, co-worker relationships, neighbor, it's a process. And you are more than willing to attempt this process for the betterment of yourself, for the sake of peace in your life. Or it could also mean that you're approaching this union or this relationship, and you have a lot of burdens. You have a lot of overwhelming feelings, tendencies, habits, maybe, right? And, like, what's the word when you become attached to a person? I don't know the word, but you get into a new relationship and you want to be all over that person. You want to devote your whole essence and universe surrounding this person. It's not really healthy. You should put yourself in that versus someone else. It is good to have that relationship, have that want and desire to have someone, the center of the universe, and that person make you feel the same. But ultimately, it has to be an even exchange, because if it's not an even exchange, if your sentiment of giving to someone is not reciprocated, you will quickly be drained and overwhelmed and overburdened by this relationship. And it may not necessarily be the other person that is doing that to you. It may just be a habit that you have, and you're coming to the realization of this is no good for you. This is something you need to evolve from, right? Even if it makes you feel good, makes you feel right, it's really not good for you, because you're pouring yourself into someone else that, even if they pour into you, ultimately, you guys are going to need a break from each other, right? Because everyone needs alone time. Everyone needs their own separate space to do whatever it is that they want to do. Read a book, draw, write, stare at the window. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stare at the floor. All right, the next card we have is Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. And attached to that came out the Empress, Holler, City of Squalor. So let me look at this. Let me look at this. Let me look at love. Okay. I'm getting a lot of old soul. You know, like you've been here a few times before. You know some tricks of the trade. And when I say trade, and it's so funny I said trade because there's another card here. It's called Trader. Exchange energies to create abundance. You see this? So it's a lot of heart chakra giving, right? And receiving. A trader gives and receives. That's how he's able to make money and make do. Is by realizing that I give and I also receive. And that's how you keep the flow flowing. That's how you keep the flow flowing. And this Star Ancestor, this Empress, the Empress, she denotes not so, I would say pregnancy or being fertile. You know, having the ability to make something. Let me see, what else give me one more on this Empress, because I don't get it. One more on the Empress, right? Let me read the cards above it. I now realize what I don't need around me. It's nothing. I just want to hold you close and let you know you're in my heart, thoughts, and prayers. Wow. So the Empress, along with the Three of Cups, is a lot of heart happy feeling. You know, you're coming from this overwhelming burden type of relationships, right? Into this embodiment of female energy that is very giving, naturally nurturing, and celebrates herself, celebrates the energy she keeps around her, celebrates the energy she reciprocates with others. This is the you're following the voice of your soul, which is leading you to this celebration energy of celebrating this feminine energy, celebrating receiving. Maybe you're receiving messages of celebration, of happiness, of joy. You're coming out of this burdened energy, right? Of, you know, you've been attracting this kind of relationship where it becomes overwhelming and burdensome. And you're coming into this, you're following your instinct, you're following the signs, and you're progressing. You're coming into this this Empress celebratory energy where you're very open to receiving, right? You're not so much actively pursuing. You are actively pursuing, but from a receptive point of view, not let me go find it and grab it. You know, that's very masculine to go forth into the night. No, to go and take action, do what you need to do, get shit done. The Empress does that too, but she is naturally a receptive energy. She receives. She receives. And this star ancestor that is around you, that there's a female ancestor around you that's celebrating your progress. Very happy. She's very happy. It could be a man too, because on this star ancestor, it does depict a man. Very clearly, it's a man. You see? But at the same time, the Empress kind of trumps, because the Empress is the major arcana. And attached to this Three of Cups, it depicts a very joyous, happy, celebratory energy. So you're coming out of this need to be right, maybe kind of argumentative type of relationships that ultimately overburden your heart or mind, thoughts, and energy. Coming out of this need to have this type of relationship around you, and you are following your instinct, because that's what the Empress does. She follows her instinct. She's very mature. She's very logical. She is natural go-getter type energy, that she can, make money, make things happen. Things come to her easily. She just, all the things that come to her, she doesn't take. Just because they come to her doesn't mean they're always good for her. She knows, she uses her instinct. She knows, she uses her intuition to follow the signs and do the right thing. She uses her intuition to do that. And that's what you have been doing. And it's leading you to a very joyous energy. A very joyous energy that your ancestors are actually prompting you or leading you to. They're leading you to this peaceful energy, because that's what this Empress and Three of Cups is giving me, is peaceful. And then it says next to the star ancestor is summer, honeybee. It says bask in joy and light. Like I said, your ancestors are, or spirit guides are leading or helping you or giving you these signs, leading you to the realization of what's good for you, what's not good for you. They're there with you the entire way through. They're there with you. And although this is confusing, and from time to time, it is a balancing act, right? Being happy is a conscious decision that you consistently have to put effort into. And if you suffer from depression or overthinking, and a lot of people that are intuitive, they naturally do that because they're in their head a lot, because they're intuitive. They can't help it. Sometimes they can't turn it off. So with this summer, I'm feeling like during this, you're processing this right now, these emotions with the relationship, being overburdened, overwhelmed, and planning on a different route, planning on using your intuition when it comes to relationships and receiving happiness and joy in a relationship. You're leaning more on your intuition. You're leaning more on your feelings, your instinct, what you physically and spiritually feel is better for you. And I feel that by summertime, whatever you're planning will be more noticeable. Whatever you're planning toward with this type of relationship will definitely be more noticeable. Or you might even meet someone that sparks this in you. You might physically meet them in the summer. But attached with the summer is a Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. All right, y'all. I am back. I actually had to stop doing this read like last week. I got busy. You know, things like that happen. Sometimes you got to put things down, reacclimate, right? Get your ish together. Put all your ducks in a row. Not really. I wasn't doing all that. I really wasn't, to be very honest. Just life happens. You know, I got kids. I got taking care of my mother, you know, taking care of myself, all that stuff, the house. Yes. Anyways, moving along from my dramas, what I am here for, back in the sack. Okay, not back in the sack. So what I've noticed now that I've been able to bring it on back, this spread, is that there's an awful lot of twos. Actually, not an awful lot. All of the twos. You got the two, where's my pointy thing? You got the Two of Wands, boom. Two of Cups, boom. Two of Pentacles, and then Two of Swords. The Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords are on top of summer. Bask in joy and light. That's where I last left. So this Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords gave me some kind of confusion, but finding a balance. You know, finding a balance in the confusion. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of my Love the Day juice, aka my coffee. I'm so sorry if I drink very loud. I can't help it. Sometimes when I do things with my mouth, people can hear. I apologize. Anyways, I don't know why I said that. So, it's giving confusion. It's giving finding balance in this confused crossroads kind of state. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Because I think, oh my God, I can't remember where I heard this, probably YouTube. I'm always on YouTube. When you feel lost, sometimes it's not that you're lost. It's just that you had to get to this place. You had to clear out this congested kind of energy that you had around you. And it could feel like, I got to find myself again. Where am I? Because you surrounded yourself with things that you now realize don't serve your highest purpose. And you're on that tip. You're on that. I need to serve my highest purpose. I need to give to others. I need to give to myself so I can give to others, because you enjoy people. Even though people may hurt you, may have hurt you, or still hurt you, you still love. Like, even if you're going through heartache currently for a specific person, you still have feelings for that person because of just who you are. You can't help who you are. And you shouldn't stop yourself from being who you are, because who you are is what will, or how you are, who you are, how you are, is what will attract people. the people that you need. Now, before you've come to this awakening, you've attracted many people because it's just who you are, but they haven't served your highest purpose. They don't bring you to that. They bring you to where you need to be for now, so you can learn what you need to learn and know what you need to know, so that when you are in the presence of another individual that genuinely does care, it can be more noticeable. Because if you're around a person that cares about you, with convenience, there's a big layer of convenience to your relationship, meaning like you serve a purpose, which is good. You should always serve a purpose, or they serve a purpose, but it's not for your highest potential. It's not for your highest good. It's not to make you uplifted. And it sucks, because even though you may be attracted to a person, maybe you be drawn or lured or love, a person. Sometimes that person doesn't know how to love themselves, so they won't know how to love you. You can teach them. You can show them, listen, I don't like this, I don't like that. But if you observe and acknowledge that you telling them something and they're still not getting it, the behavior is still the same, the care and concern is still the same, then that is a lesson for you to acknowledge that type of energy. Now, whether you choose, because we all have free will, whether you choose to maintain that energy around you, it's up to you. It's completely up to you. But you also have to acknowledge that when there's less heartfelt energy that's being given and taken back and forth in a relationship between two people, when there's not as much heartfelt, heartful, genuine, authentic, intentional love given in a relationship between two people, it'll just become a dragging energy. It'll drag you down, and it'll start dragging down different aspects of your mental thought process, how you feel about yourself, how you look at the world, things like that. And that happens purposefully. We all choose what we choose. We all have free will. And when we come to the realization that we need help from a higher authority, so to say, God's always there. Angels are always there. They're always there. So all you need to do is say a prayer. Sometimes it might help if you say a prayer, if you write a prayer, write how you feel. Write that prayer down and then repeat that prayer, especially if you feel like it will uplift you. Repeat that prayer after you write it down. Repeat it daily for however long, maybe forever. Why not? Okay, so like I said earlier, this could be, with the Two of Cups, this could mean romantic relationship, that is what it could mean. We got the Empress here. I did get a little with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. I got a little confused. I was confuzzled, so I pulled clarifying cards, right? I pulled clarifying cards and I got pretty much nothing but, excuse me, major arcana, and in the dead center of all these major arcanas is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands depicts a happy home, celebrating usually marriage. You know, these wands up here, it's a celebration. These people over here, they're all celebrating. Everyone's there's people in the background over here, they're probably chit-chatting, talking, having a good old time. That's what is in the center of this entire reading. Is although there is confusion, you know, and you almost feel like you're maintaining this confusion. It's not so much that you're maintaining this confusion. Gaining knowledge on what does and does not suit you is, what's the word? A transition process in life, because you're now acknowledging things that make you happy, and you're also acknowledging things that make you drained, doesn't fulfill you. You know, like you when you talk to someone, when you exchange energy, words, whatever, they make you feel good. You know, you get off, or you end the conversation and you feel uplifted. You feel this sun energy, you know? You feel positive. There's like almost you had a reboot, you know? Oh my God, hold on. My cup of coffee is empty. Hold on. Okay, that's my bad. I got my coffee, as you see. Oh, look, it's chipped. You ever seen Beauty and the Beast? You remember Chip? The cup? The little teacup? He was the cutest. I don't know why. Anyways. I really don't know where that came from. Moving along. All right, so this, on top of the summer, bask in joy and light. This honeybee gives me finding your tribe, you know, finding your peoples that make you feel uplifted, that make you feel fulfilled. And it's not anything that's forced or very sexual. It's more of a mental connecting from a head and heart space, not from a base chakra space. And that's how you know that that's your peoples, that's your tribe, that's your soul family, because the interaction between the two may be effortlessly joyous, right? And they get you, you know? When you're around people that don't get you, you're always thinking, okay, nobody gets me. It's not nobody gets you. It's that the people that you're maintaining around you is no good. As my grandfather say, no goo. No goo, no goo, no goo. He don't speak English that well. Anyways, moving along. So what I am getting, So what I am getting with this very confusing energy is right next to this is broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace, right? connected to that is exchange energy to create abundance. So you're coming out of this confusion, maintaining this kind of uncertain energy, right? You're coming out of this because when I asked to clarify this energy, it says up here, I now realize what I don't need around me, right? And on the back of this, because I write on the back of my stuff, it says no. So sometimes no is needed, especially with certain people that needs to be told no. It's nothing. I just want to hold you close and let you know you're in my heart, thoughts, and prayers. Secrets and lies like to hide, but the truth comes out in time or as the tale unfolds. Compassion over reaction is for the best. So sometimes having less of a reaction and less of a response can help you, or having more of a response and less of a reaction can help you. Just speaking your truth, saying it out loud. Saying it out loud can help you acknowledge what you don't need around you or what you do need around you. And that's what this confusion, maintaining this confusion is, because you're coming to the realization of the type of energies that you don't need around you, the type of energies that you need to say no to. You need to say no to. And in the summer, you might go through a little test. See, right now, you're enduring the progress, right? You're going through the progress. You're going through the changes, the acknowledgement. You're going through all that right now. And it's a lot of heart space, heart chakra opening and healing. And it's also a lot of leaning on your own intuition. So it's kind of major. It's something that not everybody can do. Not everybody can reflect. Not everybody can meditate. Like, the breathing exercises that's usually associated with meditation, literally, not many people can do that. I know it sounds ridiculous. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But not everybody can sit and breathe mindfully. And that's a talent. Believe it or not, it is an actual talent. Remember, God, when He created man, He breathed life into man. He gave man the breath of life with His breath. With His words and His breath, He created the world around us according to the Bible. Now, science may say different. Whatever's your bag, right? That's just how I feel about the whole thing. Well, not about the whole thing. Anyways, moving along. Okay, so this confusion right here with the summertime, summer vibes, joy and light, you are coming out of this confusion, right? Doesn't mean that you're never going to be confused again. That's it. Hoorah. No, let's be realistic. It means that in this particular type of energy, observing people's, red flags. We all have red flags. We all have things that we need to work on until the end of time. It's just what it is. It doesn't make you a bad person. gosh. So it's just so good. It's just so good. Oh, that coffee. Okay, so you're coming out of this emotionally confused state with this Tower card, right? With this Tower and Hermit. And the Hermit is giving Virgo energy. With this, you're breaking the cycle that you have maintained. The cycle of closing out your heart for the sake of gaining instant gratification. There it is. There it is. Because instant gratification could often leave you feeling drained 5 seconds after gratification. It could leave you feeling drained 5 seconds after gratification. Meanwhile, the gratification only lasted however long, right? And then you have to deal with the process of picking yourself back up and finding that balance because you wanted what you wanted in the moment that you wanted it. Sometimes it's just not good for you, you know? And it doesn't necessarily mean love, but with this Two of Cups here, with the Two of Cups here, the Empress, we got the Four of Wands, the Sun. There's a lot of change coming in. And it could be abrupt, very abrupt change in a very positive way. Because, right, okay, let's see. The Tower, Hermit, right? The Tower is speaking of upheaval, change, sudden and abrupt, almost cold turkey change, whether you like it or not, whether you initiated this change or not. That's what the Tower represents, is abrupt change. And the Hermit represents detaching yourself from the situation, from the surroundings. Excuse me. Oh. Detaching yourself from these relationships that burden you, right? It could be any kind of relationship, friendship, coworker, family, intimate, it doesn't matter. There's something happening in the summertime because I got 2 summer cards. I got the Summer card right here. And then this, the Sun, which is Leo energy. And then Death, which is Scorpio energy. So there's some intensity surrounding, some major intensity, major from one side of the spectrum to the other side of the spectrum. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of extreme. It definitely is extreme. So confusion is completely understandable. But what will maintain your composure, you may not be happy all the time. That's not a bad thing. But what will maintain your composure is leaving what's done alone and going into, just like Death is on his horse, and just like this little baby is on his horse, moving forward. Keep on keeping on. Things will deteriorate in your life as they need to in order for you, if you're saying prayers for assistance, divine support, guidance, support, whatever, and after you've been saying all these prayers, things in your life happen. Like, the people that you used to mess around with, that you used to be cool with, y'all ain't cool like that no more. Things like that will happen. And these things, and it's good to detach yourself from that. When you see the change, the abrupt change of what don't work for you, it's good to detach yourself. Even if it's for a moment. Sometimes it could be for a lifetime. If that's the case, then that's the case. You keep saying your prayers, God will lead you in the right direction. There'll always be omens. There'll always be signs and synchronicities that will lead you, that will force you into the path that you want, that you need, if your intent is going toward your higher self and your higher purpose. Now, what I think this whole reading is about the progress that you made, right? Your guardians, angels, ancestors, whatever whatever you call it, whatever language you use, the energy that's around you needs you to know that your third eye chakra is opening. With that may come intense thoughts, intense feelings that could almost make you feel like you have to hold on to your chest to keep your heart from ripping from your body, because the feelings can be so intense. I mean, intense, really, like, heavy, and we've all been there. But let's say you and I, we're going through the same thing. We're in the same house, but we both process things differently. So how you process things and how that event affected you can be very much different from how I process things and how it affected me. Although we went through the same thing at the same time, we had different perspectives. So therefore, we had a different, we had a different outlook on the entire situation. So what I'm saying is that two people can go through the same thing at the same time and have two very different conclusions to the situation. Two different people. You could even be related. You could even be fucking twins, okay? Go through the same thing, but process things differently. So you actually understand things differently. And that doesn't make you weird or anything. That's who you are. And believe me, a lot of people admire that about you, whether you like to be humble about it or not. A lot of people admire that. They look up to that, right? And I don't want you to forget that. People look up to that type of energy because you're following the beat of your own drum. And even though people are saying, oh, that beat is stupid. No, why are you doing that? No, you're supposed to beat it like this. No. That don't work for you. And that's awesome because you're finding what does work for you. And that's what your guardians, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever you call them, this is what they want you to know. You're coming more into the celebratory, emotional energy, right? And it's not easy to intake, but at the end of it, there is a lot of positivity, a lot of healing, a lot of change for the better. Look at these. This is passionate celebration of love. That's what the Four of Wands is. It also does depict twin flame. So I don't know if you're into that. And speaking of twin flame, I also naturally needed to get another clarifier, which I did from my other deck. Oh my God, this deck is the bomb. I love it. This is a new deck of mine I absolutely love, because you know me and my cannabis. Anyways, so the card that fell out, can you see it? Let me tilt the phone so you can see his sexy ass. Look at this. Look at him. Look at him. He can't help it. He's attractive. He's magnetic. He's also the Emperor. The Emperor. And we already have from our other deck, the Empress. So we have both the Emperor and the Empress. And like I said, this could be a twin flame reading. It could be. It definitely could be, because we got the Two of Cups, we got the Emperor, the Empress, and we got the Four of Wands right here. We also got major arcanas that are talking about change in a positive motion forward, right? But it can also be, like I said at the beginning of this, it can also be integrating your dark and light energies, you know, like your masculine, your feminine, your yin and your yang that you hold within you. It's coming into balance, and that can be confusing because, oh my God, excuse me. That can be confusing, coming into this integration of light and dark, accepting that you have dark and you have light, you have feminine and you have masculine. You know, the thing with masculine energy, it's very physical, very physically orientated, action-based type of energy, whereas the Empress is more emotionally, is more concerning emotions and nurture and things like that. So you're finding this balance because you're becoming more integrated with your higher self. And this, speaking of, this is the higher self equalizer card from the deck. And underneath that is this little Cupid looking man. So I don't know, y'all. Oh my God, that Rihanna song just popped into my head. Must be love on the brain. Why it keeps calling my name. Something like that. but I can't get enough. Must be love on the brain that got me feeling this way. It leaves me black and blue, but it makes me so good, and I can't get enough. That must be love on the brain. Lover. Let me tell you something. Love is for the birds. No, I'm just joking. Love is not. Love is for everyone. But love is for each and every person to figure out how it works. It's not no cookie cutter thing. It's not a mold. It's what works for you is what works for you. What works for me ain't gonna work for you. What works for you ain't gonna work for me. You gotta find what works. And you're coming to that. You're coming to that, and the outcome of this is a lot of positivity, especially during the summer. But there could also be some interruption during the summer where more confusion may take place. You know, it's, what's the word? Cuffing season? No. It's not cuffing. Cuffing season is in the winter. What am I talking about? It is shake your ass and get get numbers. Go hit up some barbecues and shit. Season, the summertime. Summer is my fucking jam anyways. So this is really awesome energy. You're integrating yourself with your higher self. Your divine masculine, divine feminine energies are being integrated. And it's a bit of an upheaval moment, but it is definitely something that is worth the process. The progress that you're making in this, it's heavy. It could be very, I mean, look at this. It's heavy. It's a lot of heaviness, a lot to bear. But it's bringing you into this peaceful energy, into this very well-balanced, happy, look at this, well-balanced and happy type of energy. You know, you got your masculine, feminine, and you're celebrating it. You're celebrating both sides. And your ancestors are like, yes, keep on following that voice. Keep on intentfully listening, mindfully doing what you need to do to maintain this cheerful, celebratory type of energy. Okay, and to break out of this confusion. But the confusion is there because you're at a fork in the road, right? You need to figure out, do you go left or right? Do you leave this behind or do you take it with you, this type of energy that you're unsure of? And the only way to know the answer to that is to connect to your higher self, say some prayers, and in time, answers will come. But this is, you're surrounded and protected by a lot of higher forces. You see right here, trust in higher forces. And this is giving me a clock. So there's divine timing working in this situation. And divine timing goes according to the lessons you learn and the intent that you have to move forward. So if there's a lot of intent to fuck around, kind of like procrastinate, then you're going to be stuck. You're going to feel stuck. You're going to physically be stuck wherever you're at, emotionally, energetically. But if there's intentful, mindful energy to progress forward, and you not only intentfully, mindfully want that progress, but you are actually putting action into your feelings. You're doing the right thing. You're staying away. You're moving in the right direction. You're making the right moves. When you hit that fork in the road, your spirit team wants you to know that they completely trust that you're going to make the right decision and that they will be there, period. Ain't no nothing. They will be there. You will never be alone. Never, never be alone. Trust that. And sometimes these hard moments of upheaval, especially when it's concerning love matters, it stings and it hurts, and sometimes it takes a long time to get through. But you'll be surprised how God will have people in place prior to this movement forward. He'll give you people in place. It's outrageous. I've witnessed it in my life. He will make sure that there's already people in place when you enter that energy so that you are not alone and you are not deceived. But you have to trust your instinct. Trust that gut feeling and go with it. Continue to go. You've been doing that. Continue that. Okay? I hope you're proud of yourself. I'll tell you one thing. I'm proud of myself. Okay? I'm proud of myself because I can relate to this type of energy. You know, I'm not even going to get into my bag of bullshit, but I could definitely relate to this for sure. So I really hope this helps. I hope this puts you in a mindset to know that there's positive motion forward. Some days are gloomy, but there's positive motion forward. And what's the name of that song? To get with it, you gotta get lost. I forgot the name of that song. But I think it was Lloyd. Stop, wait a minute. You done got my heart all in it. And I just wanna be with you tonight. I'm a player, that is true. But I changed the game for you. I wanna see what it do. Can I be for real? This is how I feel. Yeah, something like that. I got a little into it just now. All right, so that's it, y'all. That's the message. You got your third eye opening. You got your spirit team around you, cheering you on, letting you know, yeah, you're in an upheaval moment right now. You need to isolate yourself and come back into this happiness energy. And the energy is going to flip. It's going to flip. There's going to be a rebirth of joyous, celebratory, positive energy. As soon as you're ready, you need to process this heavy relationship feelings that you're having needs to be processed. And you need to nurture yourself. You need to nurture your feelings. And you need to cry it out sometimes. Sometimes a little physical exercise, physical pain can help put into perspective your emotional pain. All right, y'all, I hope this helps. I hope nothing but the best for y'all. Y'all my peoples. And I'll definitely pray for this type of energy. I've been praying. And I hope you guys embrace yourself and this really bomb-ass energy that you have coming towards you. The summertime is going to be litty. I don't know what's about to happen during the summertime, but it's about something's going to happen during the summer. I'm not sure what, but All right, y'all. Stay prayed up. Stay loving on yourself. Love, peace, and chicken grease.